Welcome to TavernTalk. This is episode 1. My name is Chris. I'm here with my other hosts.
Featuring the soothing voice of Jonathan.
And the beautiful rantings of Dan. This is going to be a podcast about the LARP community and other escapist genres, such as video games, any other kind of on-time roleplay, Dungeons and Dragons, stuff of that nature. And we're going to take this first podcast as kind of a test of equipment, first and foremost, because we're all new to this. Mm-hmm. And we're going to talk about who we are, as far as LARPers, role players, on that kind of bit. We're also going to discuss our home game, the Shards of Orn. There's a couple new actions that are coming into play, and we're going to talk about those. So, so I'm leading in. Okay, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, you have to, man.
All right. Well, I mean, I'm Dan. I started LARPing when I was like really little. For the game, I'm one of the prop makers for the Shards of Orn. You know, I've been LARPing for about 4 years. The Shards of Orn was my first game. I've been playing D&D since I was 12. What about you, Jonathan? Why are you here?
Man, I'm here for the booze.
Whoa.
Yeah.
There's booze?
There was.
Nobody told us.
There was.
Oh.
Are you drinking all like a real dwarf?
No, this is true. This is the Tavern Talk.
Right.
Yeah,
What
for
would we
real.
do without drinks? All great adventures start in the tavern.
All great adventures start in the tavern.
I've been LARPing since, I think, 2008.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, so almost 10 years ago. I've been to a bunch of games in North Carolina. Never outside of North Carolina. It's always been, like, the fantasy setting.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, I mean, Shards of Orn, definitely. The
Yep.
longest game I've ever played. And, I mean, the season's changing, so we're going to need to be talking about that.
Yeah, we're going to get that in either... probably the next podcast we're going to probably do later.
Yeah.
We're going to go over the game guide, so you guys can look forward to that for sure.
Yeah.
Now, fair warning, though, none of this is official. This is us just kind of musing, getting it as it comes. So it's just, and we're all power gamers. We're those guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna grind through it pretty hard, you know, real slow, sensuously. We're gonna love it, but it's
Tenderly.
it's you know, but like you know, the hate fucking that we got going on is the only catharsis we can find with this beautiful community.
Right.
Well,
Right.
Chris, how long have you been LARPing?
I'm the new one here. I've been role playing for quite a while since I was younger. You know, D&D, tabletop stuff like that. Role playing in online games too. But I didn't start LARPing until late 2014, so I've only been going for about 2 years.
You're a baby.
Little babby.
Aww.
Little babby. My first game was also the Shards of Orn. Been there since I haven't really left it. Staff there now, which is fun. I'm the young one, and I'm the staff member.
If right, because you're responsible.
I'm responsible.
And a good face for the game.
And that's true. I'm so vanilla that I can
So
be a staff
vanilla.
member.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I'm in charge of handling new players coming in, getting them acclimated to the game.
Yep.
Jonathan helps with that every time too.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Get him and a couple other people that they're my go-tos for it. So
Yeah, we like the fresh bloods.
that's right. Get them in right. So yeah, I'm the new one. I've also played at Vanguard, and I've played a couple other games here and there, just one or two offshoots while I have time. And actually, fun story with mine. I was told the day before to show up. Didn't really know what I was getting myself into. Showed up wearing, some shorts and a t-shirt, I think, with some sandals and
The cooler.
at the cooler.
The
So
legendary
at the last minute,
cooler.
I had some packets, but I didn't have anything to put them in. I didn't have a pouch, so I improvised and I strapped a hard cooler to my side with
like
my
a
belt.
lunch pail cooler with a little one of the ones that had the lids that locks on when
Right.
with the handles up. One of those deals.
But it worked surprisingly well. It held a lot of packets. It's really easy to get in there. Nothing fell out.
It's just you have a hard brick on your hip for all day.
Like,
Right.
it was an actual cooler.
But people didn't want to hit it either because of that. So was it an advantage? Maybe, I don't know. But it worked. I got proper real quick, but that was so. For those of you that are just starting to get into the LARP scene, don't worry about your first game or so, unless you're in like a real full immersion game.
Yeah.
Because you'll probably be all right.
You'll be okay. And
You'll be okay.
You can do full immersion on the cheap. You just look like a peasant.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Get
Very
that
possible.
burlap.
Get that burlap.
There's
Yeah.
some good tutorials online actually about how to
great
make
ones.
a nice, period shirt with just any t-shirt in like 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, there's
Oh, yeah.
Really easy.
tutorials everywhere.
See, what you do though is you go to the Burlington Coat Factory, you go in there, you get the biggest shirt they have, what I wear on the day to day, and you cut that down, and it's
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah,
Cut
true.
the sleeves off, put a belt around it, done.
Yeah, I think we've all evolved our costume over the years.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, my first was basketball shorts and a sweatshirt and some cheap Party City shit. Yeah, I thought I looked like hot shit.
Like
I
that
was so
Centurion,
excited.
like velour fake shit.
Oh yeah, man.
Oh man,
It was
hot
all
sticky.
coming apart because it was cold and it was brittle.
I think my first game, the night before, I spent like 7 hours tack stitching straps of vinyl to a brown T-shirt, so I could have armor when I came in and not die in the first 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And I had I took fake fur, and it was just, but like, it comes from that background though. Like my mom was a seamstress, for like Broadway style productions in Kansas, where I'm from. Beautiful limestone church. Anyways, but like, there's so many different routes of attack when you're coming into a new game. We got off topic as fuck.
Yep.
But that's okay. I guess we're gonna do that with this first one. We're gonna talk more about us. I guess that's fine.
Yeah.
We can roll with that. This feels natural right now. So, I mean, Chris, you talked about your first event at Orn, which is your first event.
Right.
Jonathan, your first game wasn't Orn, was it?
No, it was at Shadowmoor. Again, it was back in 2008.
Yeah.
I had no idea what the hell I was doing. I started with D&D.
Yeah.
Before
Oh,
that.
but those are a gateway drug for everybody.
Yeah, of course. But I started playing and I got super into my character. Like,
Word.
really, really into it.
Yeah.
Like creepily into it.
Whoa.
Yeah. and I remember having a conversation with a buddy of mine who was also playing with me, and we were like, how cool would it be if we like acted out our D&D sessions as our characters? And I mean, this was before I even knew what LARP was.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that, I did some Googling.
Yeah.
And
The Googling, man.
yeah, I came across LARPing.
Yeah.
And Shadowmoor was the first one that popped up. It was the closest one.
Yeah.
And your first event is free. So I
Word.
was like, why not?
Fuck
Let's
it.
try it out. So again, went to Party City and just picked up, some cheap Roman armor.
Yo, what you got on clearance?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think we might have stole it. Yeah. We just shoved it in her pants and walked out. But
What's
anyway,
the statute of limitations in North
That's-
Carolina for that?
it's besides the point. Yeah, I went to Shadowmoor, and it was like we didn't look up anything before we went. Like
Yeah.
nothing at all. Didn't read any of the rules except for like the safety stuff.
Yeah.
And went up in there, and it was probably the best event of my life. Having not known anything before going in there.
Word.
Like I didn't even know magic was a thing. Like I saw people casting spells. And I'm like, oh, what the hell is that? So learning as I went was like a really magical experience.
Wait, you mean with
for me.
like packets and stuff, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
packets,
they
yeah.
weren't throwing fireballs. Oh, I gotta like.
No, not actual fireballs.
That would be
Danny.
pretty hella though.
The hell?
I was gonna say, sign me up.
It's, I
you
want that
'cause,
experience. Hold on.
When I knew about LARPing for a long time, even like back in my early D&D days, but I always thought it was just like you and maybe one or two friends out in the woods, just
Yeah. Well, that was my first
doing your
experience,
thing. And I would do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I think maybe that might be a lot of people's first actual like LARP experience.
Yeah.
Potentially. But I didn't realize how organized and how big events could get. I didn't realize there was this whole community and groups out there, especially here in North Carolina, which happens to be one of the biggest states in the United States for LARPing. Like it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
We have a lot of games here.
it's surprising actually if you go looking what you can find. They've got a flavor for everyone, really.
Yeah. I think it's funny though. We're so deep seated in like the Bible Belt. It's okay. It's well situated here. Hang on, your first game though, Chris. You said like your buddy was like, "Hey man, we're going."
Yeah.
That was all the warning you got.
I was like, sure. I was like, sign me up, Captain.
Yeah.
And but and here's the best part is I wasn't told that it was overnight and that we needed to bring food and that we needed to bring toiletries or anything. I thought like we'd go home, that kind of thing. No idea. So it was. It's an overnight LARP. And I know there's some that just do day events and stuff, but this
Yeah.
is overnight. So I show up.
Well,
It's like 2 a.m, 2 nights.
Yeah.
It's like 2 a.m. after we're done with our first night, and I'm like, all right, so do we go home now? He's like, no, the gates are closed. I'm like, well, what do we
Yeah,
do about
you're
sleep?
stuck
Like,
here.
what? Like, yeah, you're sleeping here. And I'm like, So that's why we had those cabins. Oh, okay. And, it was... Luckily, it wasn't winter yet, so
Yeah.
So not having blankets was fine, but also not having, like, a pillow or anything kind of sucked.
That sucks.
But, it was warm. It was August. Late August.
Yeah.
Not super hot, thankfully, either. And, yeah, I didn't have food either. That was the kicker.
Yeah. Was Marcel cooking that, or?
He was, but I didn't know to bring money for it either.
Fair.
So, luckily, my friend had brought enough to where I could eat too.
Yeah.
But it was bad. And, I saw a lot of people, at first I wasn't sure. I saw a lot of people just, kind of eating whatever.
Yeah.
And I thought that was oh, it's community. So I went up there and asked. I was like, hey, can I just have some of this? I'm glad I asked.
Yeah.
Because the answer is no, you cannot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm glad I didn't just go for it, because that could have been bad.
Yeah, that's how you get banned.
That people do get banned for that. And
It was an accident.
It would have been,
Yeah,
well,
you did
but
know.
still, that would have been a terrible first impression,
Yeah.
first game. I'm just taking people's
You
food.
can't be a heavy-set guy and go steal food. That just they talk shit.
You're gonna have a bad time.
Gonna have a bad time.
Yeah, speaking of food, I don't think I brought anything to my first event either. I thought food was provided. Yeah, I think I brought maybe some trail mix, and that's all I had for 2 days.
I can't remember.
I pooped a lot.
Food. I don't shit at games. At all. I just never get that comfortable. I never get that comfortable. It's like, it's still my home, because, home is where you poop most comfortable.
Here we go.
How are you going? How are you going at the end of the...
I have a ritual on Sunday. I go home, I spend an hour in the bathroom, and I produce a forest of logs.
Here we go. It's 12 minutes into the podcast, and we're talking about shitting at LARP.
It's an important part. It's something you won't hear. You're not going to hear from other
man.
ones. This is the unspoken things that you definitely need to
So
know about.
No, let's just, if they're unspoken, let's not fucking speak about them.
Now, I get not wanting to get out of your costume because some costumes are elaborate, but...
Okay, yeah, that is a bitch.
I try
Yeah.
to... I'll go as long as I can, but...
Yeah.
It's gonna
I piss and stuff. It's no big deal, but I cannot take a dump in a place where I am not comfortable. I am a sensitive pooper.
You've been going here for 4 years.
Doesn't matter. Those things, dude. You're okay. Middle of October. That's the only time I can shit, because when I sit down, the cold shocks me. Surprise.
Okay. That's good.
We need to find out who's shitting on the shit.
Oh yeah, never shit on the shit. It's not a contest.
No, we need to find out who's doing it.
It's totally
It's a mystery.
Yeah.
It's like a murder mystery at Orange. Who is shitting on the shit?
You need to put up well, we can't put up cameras in there.
I think it's Chris. Chris, you shitting on the
Chris,
shit?
shit on the shit. Well, I clogged it
No
first.
comment.
So
Yeah.
Plead the fifth.
We can get off of this topic.
But really, we gotta ask, who's the first person that just leaves it there?
well, toilets are off. We need to get off this topic. We just talked for 2.5 minutes about poop at LARP.
It's important.
So well,
It's
then
important.
it's true. In World War I, that's how they measured your health. Shit in this pot. Okay.
Save your stools.
Save your stools. Save your. TavernTalk. Save your stools.
All right.
All right.
So what do we really hear about for this episode?
Well, the mission statement's kind of out there, and we got to bullshit for a little bit. That's always nice. We explained who we are. We're dudes who don't poop at LARP. Or I'm a dude that doesn't poop at LARP.
I poop at LARP. I stay regular. Eat that raisin bran.
We're getting a thumbs up from one of our guys. We actually are, in fact, at a cabin with a lot of other LARPers.
Yeah, it's Fire Pit.
We're having a good
Fire
time.
Pit
We
2016.
just got an approval from another one of us here that was about that staying regular. It's important. It's important.
I haven't pooped here yet either. Well, yes, I did. I did it this morning.
I have pooped 3 times.
Okay, so in this cabin, the architect was on something. So there's 7 bathrooms in this house. I've only seen 3 of them.
They're hidden.
Yeah.
They're hidden.
You gotta find them,
secret
man.
bathrooms.
Secret squirrel.
This is
No.
the dumbest
The underground
topic.
bathroom.
Anyway, so one of them you have to get in the shower to close the door to sit on the pot.
Ugh.
The other one, the toilet is right next to the door into this log.
Danny,
Turned
off of
into-
this topic, man. Stop it.
So
I'm mad.
So we'll be sure to make a note to go in there and put in a little clip saying if you want to get to the actual topic,
Yeah, we'll have to
just skip to 15 minutes.
15 minutes. Unless you want to hear me talk about shit for 5 minutes.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's
but it's still a valued thing though. LARP list, you want to have your toiletries, you want to have bedding, even if you don't think you need it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Extra socks.
Yeah.
Thing.
Important.
And
Good
Nowhere to
shoes.
shit.
Good shoes.
Good shoes, yeah. Like top of the list. My first game, I wore some Vans, like skate shoes. Not
same
like
here. Mm-hmm.
not like thick Vans. No, I'm talking like the Converse style ones.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
On that gravel,
Mm-hmm.
my feet were bruised. It was awful.
Yeah,
And I had, it was that part sucked, but it was my first game. I didn't give a damn. I was the flyest looking newbie at the time.
Yeah, I mean, there's definitely things that you learn the more you LARP.
Yeah.
Like the cooler thing,
Yeah.
you know, like pouches are
Pouches
essential.
They're
Yeah,
so essential.
They're so needed.
Because
And-
robes don't have pockets.
Right. In the next game, I showed up with an old purse fashioned into a pouch. It was great.
Dude, old purses are great
Yeah,
for
they're
pouches.
the best.
You get them for $2 or $3 at the thrift store. You know, you knock off some of the more, well, it depends on your character, but you might want to some of the more effeminate stuff off.
And mine was velvet and it was purple, so for like a wizard.
yeah.
Man, it was.
I mean, dude, thrift stores are great for
Yeah,
fucking
they are.
costuming.
yeah.
Now, well, hang on. Thrift stores are great for costuming unless you're like taller than 6 foot and weigh more than 300 pounds.
Yeah.
Or a dude.
Or a
Like,
dude,
Yeah,
yeah.
a girl can walk into a thrift store and come out with a full costume.
Yeah.
I cannot do that.
Well, wait, actually, here's the thing. That's the two. Like my pouches, the two red pouches everyone loves, those are made out of a leather dress when I went out of the thrift store.
Well, you know, I was gonna say you could come out with a costume if you're playing a mage pretty easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just layering a bunch of cloth, but
Yeah.
I mean, they make women's clothes that look pretty. Period already. You
Yeah.
know, so they don't really require any alterations.
Remember, dude, like, y'all
I'm
like
mad about
t-shirts. Y'all like t-shirts and blue jeans. We got you. Like, well,
Got a nice big logo on it.
Yeah, here you go. You know, John Deere right here.
Whoa now. No product placements.
Product placement. My bad. Yeah, but you know, it's a really great company, and they totally aren't paying us to say this.
They really are.
John Deere.
John Deere right here.
You think they're sponsoring a LARP podcast?
Hey man, you know they take care of our lawns. Those
No,
are
they
beautiful
don't.
tractors.
What are you talking
You don't know
about?
that?
Let's go back to the shit conversation.
Oh
So
my.
this is us, by the way. So yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, we'll be more. We've got like this first one was again a test of equipment, which you know I didn't expect this to go this long. This is 17 minutes. I'm impressed.
Yeah, that's not bad.
Well, let's go ahead and talk about with the learning 13 minutes those few new actions.
Yeah, for the Shards of Warren.
For the Shards of Warren, this is Shards of Warren specific. If you're not, I mean, you should definitely hear listen to it because they want to come out because this is going to be pertinent next season.
And now again, things are subject to change.
Absolutely. This is us just musing. This is not an official Orn. What's the word I'm looking
Sponsored,
for?
Orn
It's
sponsored.
not an Orn sponsored
Sanctioned.
podcast. Sanctioned. There
There
we
it
go.
is.
This is just some fuck shit.
Goddamn
You know,
thesaurus.
musing. We need a thesaurus on click. All right. So what are the two ones? The Dazzle and Bleed.
Dazzle and Bleed.
Yeah, and I'll be honest, I just learned about those today.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah,
But-
I had no idea those were
Oh shit!
becoming
Aren't
a
you
thing.
on the mechanics committee?
Look, you know,
We talked
like,
about Dan, we talked about this. Alright?
Oh, that's actually a little bit of prefacing. The three of us are on various committees. I'm on the Treasure and Character Development Committee. Jonathan's on the
PvP
PvP
and
committee.
also mechanics.
And also mechanics.
I'm on mechanics and
Treasure. Yeah.
So we got a good mix in here. We're missing character development, I think.
No, I'm on character development.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You are.
We're missing
Story.
story,
Yeah, story.
and there's something else.
Something else that doesn't matter.
Trade skills.
you know.
No, that's. But that's
Yeah,
under treasure.
like
so
profession. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
treasure.
Treasure. All the trait stuff is under character development. They're going to post on that thing in a hot minute.
maybe it's just character development we're missing.
I am character development.
I mean, sorry. Story.
Story. There's one more.
Okay, so what are the new
Anyways,
things that are
The new
changing
things.
in the
Okay,
mechanics?
so
Dazzle.
yeah,
the
Dazzle.
new
Explain
things.
explain what Dazzle is.
Oh, okay. So Dazzles is it's going to be a mechanic that. Okay, I'm going to say this with a preface. It effectively blinds your target. Do not close your fucking eyes.
Please don't.
Please no.
Safety's important.
Stop it. I'll
Do it.
push you over.
You ain't a bitch. Do it. Close your eyes.
No, Jonathan.
Okay, I'm sorry.
But basically, it's gonna. I think it removes your ability to use seek effects, your ability to throw packets, and something else. It does.
You have the fucking game guide open, man.
Oh, it's right here. I don't think it's in here yet, though.
Oh yeah, it's probably not.
Well,
It's
as
not
he's
in here.
searching for it, just to go over what those things are. So, for instance, in the Shards of Warren, there's stealth. And rogues and various other classes can be invisible to sight by, crossing their arms and, representing that they are, in fact, stealthing. Seek lets you see them. You can use it as soon as, you first see the target. Just call it Seek if you have the ability.
It's not
And it
gonna
lets
be in
you
here,
see
actually.
them as if they're clear as day. You can't choose to ignore it and then go back later and be like, oh yeah, I see you.
Yeah.
But
it's upon first out of game sight.
So what does Dazzle do? I
It
keep
moves
calling
your-
it Bedazzle.
Bedazzle. He
That
got it
movie with,
bedazzled.
you
what
actually
was
have
his
to
name?
bedazzle. You have to sit down for 5 minutes and get rhinestones on all your gear.
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser? No,
What?
I don't know. I'm talking about Bedazzle.
Oh, I don't know who did the spokesman. Again, we're not being paid by the people who five people who
What
Bedazzle.
the fuck, Danny?
Oh, well, I mean,
It's
you know,
pretty damn obvious.
hey, I look for money. If someone wants to pay us to give them a shout out, word.
Okay, yeah, the movie Bedazzled is going to.
Oh, I was talking about the freaking rhinestone clappy thing.
What the fuck? What does Dazzle do?
Again, it makes so you can't use seek effects. You can't throw packets.
Like, you can't throw packets as in,
You cannot throw packets.
like, any packet-based delivery.
Nope.
No no packets based on magic. No packets that are from a ranged attack. Since we at this game we actually cannot allow LARP arrows. There's no projectiles. It's a state park. However, I think the last one is no gazes.
Oh yeah, you cannot use gaze
'Cause-
effects.
Yeah,
That's
that
what it
makes
was.
sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, because gazes are delivered by sight. It's
Yep.
if you can see the target and you can call it, they take it unless
You
they
know
have
what?
a
I wonder
defense.
if that also makes you immune to them. Well, I guess it really doesn't, because it's a ray effect, not so much I saw you, I'm going to make you feel bad, or anything like that.
Right.
We're like over there, oh, I made your eyes and made you sad, and your arm fall off.
I saw your face and wow. All right.
Okay, and
Okay,
the
what
other-
was Bleed?
Bleed's the other one. Bleed is going to, from what we've heard, every time you use any of your active actions, so every time you use Spirit, actually that's not even true, because for the zero cost things, anytime you use an action, you lose 1 hit point. That includes stuff like if you have Seek at Will, quote unquote, which is it's a zero cost action.
Every time you use it.
Every time you use it, you lose 1 hit point, and it can't be removed apparently by any curative effects. That's cure and any heals. Gets rid of it.
However,
But-
that's nasty since especially
get third level?
and this is V3 version 3 of the Shards of Horn.
Yeah.
Officially, in the first version, it was a very high number game. This was before my time, before I think any of our time here.
No, I remember
You were there
like
for it?
calling like 40s and 50s.
Well, we still get that occasionally.
Well, yeah, but that was
but
like
it's
normal.
common, right?
Yeah.
So version 2, the biggest difference was that it was a huge number squash. Like the maximum health that a tank could have was around the 80s, and that was fully decked out.
Yeah.
The highest theoretical damage was in like the mid 50s, maybe a little bit higher. I know assassins can really pull off some big numbers, but only a couple times. Once or
Scouts,
twice.
dude.
Scouts too.
Scouts.
This is another number squash. The maximum health that you can acquire now is going to be 10,
Yeah.
and base attacks are really not going above 1.
I thought you can get up to like at least 12, right?
No,
No.
it got hard squish. There's a hard cap on it now.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
hard cap.
Oh,
That's
no more than 10.
full heavy
Yeah.
armor with special
It's full.
bonuses.
Yeah, it's full matted heavy armor.
Wow.
So yeah, it's low numbers. So
Wow.
things are much more impactful. Yeah. So bleed, making you take a damage every time you do an action.
Hurts.
You might want to make sure that first action is a heal.
Yeah.
'Cause
No,
then
wait.
it's a-
Do you take? Say you're at 1 hit
Okay.
and you're hit with a bleed,
Uh-huh.
and then you use a heal to cure that.
Ooh.
Do you take the damage first
That's
and
a good
die?
question.
That's something that we're gonna have to bring up.
I'm assuming you
Um,
don't. I'm just being.
What I would assume there is that it cancels it. It cancels out
Yeah.
because the heal hits you before the bleed does. Let's think of it as an attack stack. Your action would happen before a reactionary thing.
Well, I don't
Yeah.
know, because what if the use of the action is the trigger for the bleed?
It is, but your action would also then it would bring you back up anyway.
I
Yeah,
think
you're
I think
right.
we're looking way too
Yeah, that's fair.
into this.
Because if going to 0 means you can be healed to be brought up, then that heal still it was a magical
Yeah,
effect
that's
that
true.
was cast.
It's not like it's not like a critical bleed.
Right. It's not.
Buh.
Oh wow, that'd be. Can we talk about that for a minute? What if that was like a high level like savage two-hander ability, a critical bleed? If you bleed out, you die.
Well, it sits on the thing of we
Yeah.
don't like to throw taglines on top of effects.
Of course, but man, imagine that. That'd
Yeah, that'd
be
be
horrifying.
bananas.
That'd be horrifying.
What do you do? Ice Slice your femoral artery. Enjoy.
Ow. So yeah, bleed. That's nasty.
That's gonna be
That's gonna be a
dirty.
really bad thing for fighters.
Yeah, and it's a low level ability.
It's like 3rd level. Like it's like you can get that after what 4 events,
Yeah.
roundabouts.
It's a good equalizer though. I mean,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
makes it
yeah.
makes it so low level players can really have an impact on high level play.
Yeah.
It really does. I mean, that's nasty no matter what level you're at.
Can
Yeah.
bleed stack from multiple sources?
I don't know. Was there anything in there about that?
I didn't hear anything about that. I would assume not.
Probably.
Yeah, I'd
we
assume
don't
not
really.
as
We
well.
don't really have a stacking system in that sense, so
Yeah.
probably not. But man, that'd be nasty if you could hit like 3 bleeds on a person and be like, "All right, have fun doing anything."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it was at the high levels, especially in the current system, were fire hoses for actions. Just, you
Yeah,
know.
currently, I mean, I'm only 10th level, and because of all my enchantments and all that stuff, I can do like 30 actions before I got to stop.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
It's a lot. And
And that's part of the reason we're doing this squish is it's really hard to keep
Yeah.
up with what you got. I mean,
Did
people
I
end up
use that other
rounding.
stack of wizardries already?
People start rounding. They start estimating, and
Yeah.
you're inadvertently, as much as it is unintentional, you're cheating.
Cheating, yeah.
You are cheating.
I'll admit that I have rounded before, but it's usually down.
Yeah.
And to a nice 5-ish number.
But even then, it's still cheating.
Yeah,
it's
I mean,
helping
it's-
them, but
yeah.
it
Yeah.
is. I mean, this
This
does
is-
make things better.
Yeah. This
Okay.
be. I think it'll actually really help with immersion,
It will.
which is Orin's biggest weakness. We are not a super immersive game.
Yeah.
It's not intended to be.
It's not intended. Yeah.
We're much more of a
D&D with friends.
yeah. Like it's more like you are playing D&D and like you're just acting out your characters as you're doing your thing.
Yeah.
It will help with immersion some because you're not going to be calling tags for basic attacks.
Yep.
You will claim that you got hit to let the other person know they got it.
I'm still on the fence how I feel about that.
It could be good. We're gonna give it a shot, right?
The very few times that I've actually tried it, like in practice,
Yeah.
it seemed to work,
Yeah.
but that was just one-on-one.
Yeah.
So,
But it's going to make combat a lot easier to tell what's going on because there's not calls all over the place, only for effects and higher damage, which doesn't happen often. And really, I think it'll work because there's the whole no flooding. So if multiple people are attacking you, you only take the attack that you say hit for, which is the first attack that hits you. And if multiple effects come in, you only take the last effect that came in.
Yep.
So like if you got hit by like 5 people all at once, and the like people like did all these nasty things, but the last person just did like a daze and stunned you,
I'll have that.
that's
one.
all you take.
I'll have that. Thank you.
okay, so
Yes, please.
say you get hit with a normal base attack, 1 damage,
Yeah.
and then somebody comes up and hits you for 5 damage, like immediately at the same time.
It's last
His
taken.
last hit.
Oh, last hit taken?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
And I think also last effect. So if you get hit by like an effect and a damage at the same time, you might take them both.
I'm not
But
sure.
I'm not 100% on that. So again, and things are subject to change. But as of now, it is last taken.
Okay.
That's the rule to know. Last taken.
Again, this is all up in the air still.
Yeah, and obviously we are not experts on this. Like
Yeah.
we're kind of figuring it out as
Yeah.
we go. So yeah, don't take our word on this at all.
Now, once everything's out,
Oh, yeah.
then we can tell you
we'll have,
much
yeah.
better. We can be pretty positive
We'll
about
have
what's
a
going
fact
on.
checker.
Right. Exactly.
Not me. Not me.
It'll probably be me.
It'll
'Cause
probably be you.
I gotta teach the new players anyway.
Yep. Yeah,
I
you gotta know that
I've
shit.
got to learn it quick.
So with the lesser hit system that we're doing,
Yeah.
PvP is going to be
Bananas.
yeah,
be
it's
real.
going to be real.
Clicks are about to be real important.
Yeah, you got to be tactical now.
Yep.
There's no
Which-
more blowing a 40 crit on somebody
Yeah.
and walking away.
Yeah.
And you're
Aw.
incentivized for staying because then you can pick their death card.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Which is, if you just want to kill them, then they go to the tree. But if you want to be a dick, you take their arm.
Yeah. So I'm going to explain how PvP works a little bit.
Okay.
From the best of my knowledge.
All right, hang on. We're coming up on 30 minutes. That kind of falls into the second podcast range because we're going to go over the game guide and the PvP stuff is in there. Do we want to call it this one? And
Yeah, let's call it this one. I mean, if somebody fucking made it this fucking far,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, they
Yeah.
really,
congratulations.
Thank you. Congratulations. There was 5 minutes of poop talk in there.
Yeah. Okay. So I guess next time on Tavern Talk, we're gonna talk about PvP and additional game systems.
We've
changes.
got a recent printout of the most recent game guide, unless that has worked on it in the past 48 hours. But again, this is still not official. This is still edited by Rachel Moore. All right, shout out to Rachel Moore for editing.
Yeah. And yeah, thanks for listening to Tavern Talk. We appreciate you taking the time. Hopefully you'll join our community. And remember, all great adventures start in the tavern.
Oh, and if you have any information regarding who shit on the shit,
Please let us know.
please.
There's a reward.
No, there's not. Fuck you.
I'll give you gold. Come to Orin, figure it out. I will give you gold. Just let me know. Have evidence, please. Thank you.